Hello guys, SILVERPLATED 22 here, bringing you a new series on my channel. Now a lot of you, before I do anything else, a lot of you are going to probably want me to address the fact that Silver Road to Glory hasn't been present for a little while. Unfortunately, that series is on hold. We had some issues with recording, we lost a lot of footage, and yeah, it's not disappearing. This series isn't replacing it, but it is on hold for now. All the stuff that you guys said on it, I've taken into account for when I restart it. And yeah, I'm really pleased with the support I got on that. So thank you very much for that, guys. This series is something you guys have been crying out for. You said you want to see Silver Squad builders. That's great. I'm going to do it. I thought I'm going to couple that with something that I want to see. I want to see someone work through each formation and make an interesting squad for each formation. And that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to couple it with the fact that there's so many Silver Informs, Team of the Seasons, Man of the Matches that I haven't had a chance to do because I've only been doing this for another 6 weeks. And also, I can't possibly review every player that comes out. So this is an opportunity for me to try out new formations, try out some interesting squads, try out some interesting cheap players, try out some players that I've missed, and yeah, try out some players that you guys want to see that I haven't had a chance to look at. I'm not going to do no links wasted because, I'll probably work a little bit towards it, but I'm not going to, fret about it because I don't really care. I feel like that's for Foothead, and it's something that, yeah, it looks good, but, in-game, it doesn't make any difference at all, in my opinion. So I'm going to try, the rule is I'm going to fit 3 leagues in to every episode, and yeah, I'm going to work through some interesting players. So let's get into the first player, Christensen, who is a centre-back who's Danish from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He has some really cool stats, 70 pace, 82 defending, and 80 physical. No complaints there. Gyro has 84 pace, 80 dribbling, 70 shooting, 72 passing. Really solid card stats. I've been looking forward to using this guy for a while because I feel like the links are impressive. Kvist is a player that came out not too long ago, actually, who is 6 foot tall, medium high work rates, more of a CDM to be honest, but I thought I'd put him in here because I wanted to use him. Really solid card stats, obviously low pace, but overall, no complaints there. Our goalkeeper that we're going to use is called Ousted, who has 74 dribbling, 73 handling, 73 positioning, and 75 reflexes. He's 6'4". I quite like an acrobatic goalkeeper, if I'm being totally honest. I know it's not popular, but I quite like it. And our first centre-back is Jorgensen from the Danish league, who is going for practically discard for an inform, which is awesome. He's 69 pace, 75 defending, 80 physical. I know it's not the highest pay defending, but no complaints. He's got he's 6'3", and yeah, that physical really helps him out in game. That's something that I really found with this guy. Our next centre-back is someone everyone knows because he's been a fan favourite for so long. Is Opara. He's got pace, he's got physical. Yeah, his defending's a little bit low again. But, the other two kind of work together to sort of sort him out, really. Finlay is the right midfielder. He had an amazing Team of the Season player card last year with huge speed. And this year is no different. He has wicked speed. He played really solid in game. Probably would usually play him as a right forward or a right winger. Højbjerg is our other centre mid. Sorry about that. My voice is still going a little bit. As you can see here, Højbjerg is really well rounded. No complaints there. 6'1". Maybe would like 4-star skill moves if you're going to play him a little bit further forward. But as a centre mid, no problems at all. Goretzka is a real up-and-coming player. Obviously, he has a gold card now. 81 pace, 76 dribbling. A lot of people would probably play him as a centre mid or a CDM, but I've used him before at cam, and I know this guy is absolutely awesome. 4-star skill move, 6'2". A little bit pricey for a sort of, a silver, but, it's because he's got a gold card. What can you say? There's less of him around. Now, the first striker I used was Johansson, who nicely links up to the Bundesliga players and Finlay. I didn't actually like this guy in game. This is the first time I've used him. I was really disappointed. I really felt like he was the weak link. He has decent pace, decent shooting. His dribbling and his strength, I felt like he was a strong player. I don't know why I did, but his dribbling and his strength really let this guy down. Now, I could use any Bundesliga player up front, and I decided I'd use Kingsley Coman just because there's so much hype around him. And obviously, I watched him against Juventus, which was a little bit painful because I really like Juventus. I'm not a massive fan of Bayern Munich, to be honest. But he tore them apart, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use him just because he's got some really cool stats. And another player who obviously has a gold upgrade. Now, as we go into having a look at the clips, well, before we do, let's have one last look at the team. And yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the formation. Now, 3-4-1-2 isn't a formation that I very regularly use. I'd probably choose 3-5-2, if anything, because it offers a little bit better defensively. But as far as this formation went, I wasn't that disappointed. The defenders that we used were actually pretty solid. I found Opara to be what he is. He feels more like a sort of right back than he does a centre back, but you know, the physical is actually pretty useful. The real standout player in this team, without question, was Goretzka. If you guys get a chance to use him, he is awesome. Link him up with the likes of Dahoud or Weigl, and you are going to have a solid midfield. You know, use them in a 4-3-3 or something like that. These guys will be absolutely mental. Gyro, it was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. His pace felt a little bit lower than you'd maybe expect. 84 pace is quite high. His dribbling was good, but nothing's that spectacular. I guess there's probably a reason that not many people touched him at the time. So the midfield was solid. The attack was a little bit disappointing. As I said, Kingsley Coman was decent, but he didn't feel... I don't know. He felt good, but he didn't really feel like he does in real life. I feel like his gold card is more close to what he should be. And yeah, I know that's obvious, but I just didn't love him. And I wanted to, as a guy who only uses silver cards, I wanted to enjoy him more than I maybe did. And Johansson was, as I said, very disappointing. Standout player, obviously, we're going to go with Goretzka. I would say, obviously, as well, Jorgensen, for so cheap, was pretty solid. Højbjerg, good. Finley, good. Overall, pretty well-rounded team. I'm not going to give these, you know, unless you guys want me to, I'm not going to give them a rating. Actually, let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see the squad getting a rating out of 10 or something like that? Do you want to see top performers? Let me know what you want to see. What works well? What needs changing? Do you like the series idea? Do you want me, you know, obviously, I wanted to do squad builders for so long, and I feel like this, you know, incorporates so much, you know, the uniqueness, the, you know, getting to use expensive players alongside cheaper players, and it's the sort of series that I would love. Let me know if you think it's the sort of series you're going to enjoy. Also, what players has no one really touched? What players do you think we should do the next episode around? Do you think, you know, there's some informs? Are there some cheap beasts that you want me to do it around? Let me know in the comments below which players that you think haven't really been touched by people, but you think deserve to be, you know, have a little sort of a little bit of a place in a squad builder that I'm going to do. It can be anyone, it can be man of the matches, it can be team of the seasons, it can be informs. Don't worry too much about the price. I'm going to try and keep the price down a bit, but I'm not going to worry too much. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the video. Cheers, guys.